Good morning to all of you. This is lecture number 13. In this lecture, we will discuss about the basic concept of radiation in a heat transfer subject. What is radiation? Generally, there are three types of mode of heat transfer, known as conduction, convection, and radiation. So, radiation heat transfer is defined as the transfer of energy across a system boundary by means of an electromagnetic mechanism which is caused by a temperature difference. So, this is a basic definition of radiation. Radiation energy transfer across a system boundary due to temperature difference by the mechanism of photons emission or electromagnetic wave emissions. So, in radiation heat transfer, in fact, occurs most effectively in vacuums. Further, the rate of heat transfer by conduction and convection varies as the temperature difference to the first power, but in case of radiation, the temperature difference is the fourth power. So, both the amount of radiation and the quality of radiation depends only on temperatures only. So, the dissipation from the filament of a vacuum tube or the heat leakage through the evacuated walls of a thermoflask are some best example of heat transfer through radiation. So, because of the mechanism of transmission is photons emission, unlike conduction and convection, there need to be there need be no intermediate matter to enable the transmission. So finally, the significance of this is that radiation will be the only mechanism for heat transfer whenever a vacuum is presented. So contribution, this is a wavelength of heat radiation. The contribution of the radiation of the heat transfer is very significant at the high absolute temperature, such as the prevailing in furnace, combustion chambers, nuclear explosions, and in a space application, etc. The solar energy incident upon the earth is also governed by the law of radiation. So, this is a basic diagram of all wavelength in a radiation electromagnetic phenomena. We are all acquainted with a wide range of electromagnetic phenomena in a modern life. These phenomena are sometimes thought as a wave phenomena and are consequently often described in terms of electromagnetic wavelength. Examples are given in terms of the wave distribution as shown in the figure. All types of wavelength are classified in terms of wavelength and are propagated at the speed of light, that is 3 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 meter per second. The electromagnetic spectrum is shown in the figure between the range of 10 to the power minus 5 to 10 to the power 5 micrometer. The energy which a radiating surface release is not continuous, but it is in the form of successive and discrete pack of quantum of energy called photons. These photons are propagated through space as rays, and the movement of the photons is described by the electromagnetic waves. The photon travels in a straight path with unchanged frequency. When they approach the receiving surface, they occurs reconservation of the wave motion into the thermal energy, which is partially absorbed, reflected, or transmitted through the receiving surface. So, the emission of the thermal radiation range lies between 10 to the power minus 5 to 10 to the power 5, depends on the nature, temperature, and the state of the emitting surface. However, with gases, the dependence is also upon the thickness of the emitting layers. and the gas pressure. So in the radiation wavelength, it consists of X-rays, ultraviolet rays, gamma rays, infrareds, thermal radiation and microwaves. So thermal radiation are invisible in nature, but X-rays, gamma rays, ultraviolet rays, microwaves we cannot see with eyes. So the thermal radiation exhibit characteristics similar to those of visible light and follow optical laws. So the next, the Stephen Boltzmann law. The Stephen Boltzmann law is very important in case of radiation. The Stephen Boltzmann law states that the emissive power of a black body is directly proportional to the fourth power of its absolute temperature. So Stephen Boltzmann law, both Stephen and Boltzmann are scientists and students taking a course in quantum physics will become well acquainted with Boltzmann's work, as he made a number of important contributions to the field. Both were contemporaries of Einstein, so we see that the subject is of fairly recent vintage. So according to Stephen Boltzmann law, the emissive power of black body is equal to the Stephen Boltzmann constant multiplied by T absolute whole power 4, where EB is equal to emissive power of the black body or the gross energy emitted from an ideal surface per unit area, and sigma is equal to Stephen Boltzmann constant, and its value is 5.67 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 8 watt per meter square Kelvin 4, and T absolute is equal to the absolute temperature of the emitting surface in Kelvin. Taking particular notes of the fact that absolute temperature are used in radiation, it is suggested as a matter of good practice to convert all the temperature to the absolute scale as an initial set in all radiation problems. So in this radiation we see this is EB for black body. So what is black body? Black body is an object whose absorbs all the radiation energy reaching its surfaces. So for a black body, the reflectivity is equal to 0, the transmissivity is equal to 0, but the absorptivity is equal to 1. So for a particular black body has the following properties: it absorbs all the incident radiation falling on it and does not transmit and reflect the wavelength. And the second point of black body is it emits maximum amount of thermal radiation of all the wavelength at any specific temperature. And the third is very last important point for a black body. So it is a diffusive emitter, means the radiation emitted by a black body is independent on the direction. EB lambda is equal to 0 to infinite E lambda multiplied by D lambda. So this is a graph between EB lambda and lambda. Next is emission over specific wavelength bands. Consider the problem of designing a tanning machine. As a part of the machine, we will need to design a very important, very powerful incident light source. We may wish to know how much energy is being emitted over the ultraviolet bands, that is 10 to the power minus 4 to 0.4 meter, known as the particular dangerous. So the total radiation, that is EB, is from 0.001 to 0.4 should be equal to the integration of 0.001 micrometer to 0.4 micrometer. This is a limit, band limit, and EB lambda multiplied by D lambda. This is a monochromatic emissive power. So the next is solar radiation. What is solar radiation? The magnitude of the energy leaving the sun varies with time and is closely associated with such factors as solar flares and sunspots. Nevertheless, we often choose to work with an average value. The energy leaving the sun is emitted outwards in all directions, so that at any particular distance the sun we may image, and the energy being dispersed over an imaginary spherical areas. Because of these areas increase with the distance squared, the solar flux also decrease with the distance squared. At the average distance between the earth and sun, this heat flux is 1353 watt per meter square. This is a basic definition of solar radiation. The next definition is, in the previous section we introduced the Stefan Boltzmann equation to describe the radiation from an ideal surfaces. This equation provides a method of determining the total energy leaving a surface but gives no incidentation of the direction in which it travels. As we continue our study, we will want to be able to calculate how heat is distributed among various objects. For this purpose, we will introduce the radiation intensity. This defined as the energy emitted per unit area, per unit time, per unit solid angle. So therefore, writing an equation for this property, we will need to define some of the terms we will use, that is sigma b is equal to sigma EB is equal to sigma multiplied by sigma multiplied by T absolute की power 4. Solid angle is also a very generalized term in case of radiation. So when a surface element emits radiation, all of it will intercepted by a hemispherical surface placed over the elements. So a solid angle is defined as a portion of space inside a sphere enclosed by a conical surface with the vertex of the cone at the center of the sphere. It is measured by the ratio of the spherical surface enclosed by cone to the square of the radius of the sphere. Its unit is steradian, and the solid angle subtended by the complete hemispherical is given by 2 pi. So this is a complete hemispherical and this is a solid angle. So we generalize the idea of an angle and an arc length of 3 dimensions and define a solid angle. This is gamma, which like the standard angle has no dimensions. The solid angle when multiplied by the radius squared by will have dimension of length squared of area, and will have the magnitude of the encompassed areas. So the next is spherical geometry. So spherical geometry, since any surface will emit radiation outwards in all direction above the surface, the spherical coordinate system provides a convenient tool for analysis. The 3 basic coordinates shown are r, phi and theta, representing the radial, azimuthal and zenith dimensions. In general, dA1 will correspond to the emitted surface or the source. The surface dA2 will correspond to the receiving surface or the target. And note that the area proposed on the hemisphere dA2 may be written as dA2 is equal to r sin theta multiplied by d phi or multiplied by r d theta, and as similarly dA2 is equal to r square r multiplied by r square sin theta multiplied by d phi multiplied by d theta, and finally the dA is equal to r square d gamma. So the above equation is true only for diffusive radiation surface. So the angle of emission theta is the angle subtended by the normal of the radiation surface and the direction vector of emission of the receiving surface. So thank you. In next lecture we will discuss about some basic problem related to radiation heat transfer.